Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel M2K Sai. In today's video, we will be learning Chapter 4 Gender, Religion and Caste Part 2 Class 10th SST. So let's get started. In this video, first of all, we will begin with women's political representation. Now, women's political representation in India has always been less when compared to other countries. It only touched 12% in 2014 in Lok Sabha, and that was the highest percentage. And most of the women are not participating in the political area. But what do women's organizations and feminist movements think? That women's participation should increase. If women will be the leader, then only they can make certain rights for them and they can improve the livelihood of women. So what do they want? They want more women participation, active participation in the politics as well. So now, and they even want that there should be a certain percentage of reserved seats for women, like in the local government bodies like Panchayat Sabha, etc. There are one-third seats reserved for women. They want the same to be in Lok Sabha and Legislative Assembly. Still the case is pending in the court. So now we already talked about gender. Now let us move towards religion. So we talked about gender. Now let us talk about religion. So first of all, we will study about religion in politics. Now religion cannot be separated from politics. Let us know how. So there are 3 points given in your textbook. Let us study them. First, Gandhiji used to say that religion can never be separated from politics. Now for Gandhiji, religion doesn't meant any religion like Hinduism, Sikhism, etc. For him, religion meant moral values, humanity, good values that all religious books have in them. All religious books says us to perform humanity, to treat everyone with non-violence, etc. So Gandhiji meant about that religion, not about any particular religion. Next is human rights groups in our countries have argued that most of the victims of communal rights are people in minority. So what do they think? People's organization, that most of the times when riots are taking place, massacres are taking place, the minority group is only targeted and they are facing the problems. So they want government to take certain steps for that. Next, women's movement has argued that family laws of all religions discriminate women. So what do they think? What do organizations think? Women organization, that most of the family laws of each and every religion, they do not treat women equally and they all are against women. So they want the government to intervene in that. Now government also does certain practices so that they can stop the communal riots, all the religious issues in our country. Now let us study about communalism. This is a very, very important topic of this chapter. First of all, let us study the definition of communalism with the example. So first of all, when beliefs of one religion are presented as superior to those of other religions, when the demand of one religious groups are formed in opposition to another, and when state power is used to establish domination of one religious group over the rest. This manner of using religion in politics is communalism. Basically, what is communalism? Use of religion in politics is known as communalism. Now suppose one person is of X religion and one person is of Y religion. This group is in majority, this group is in minority. This group says that my religion is superior and this group says that my religion is superior. Now the government, the politicians know that this group is in the majority. So if we will support this group, then we will definitely get more votes. So what do? They support the group in majority, the X group. So what happens? They include religion in the politics. So such type of politics in which religion is included is known as communalism. Now communal politics is based on the idea that religion is the principal basis of social community. What is the idea of communalism? What is the basis of communalism? That religion is the principal basis of social community. Communalism involves thinking along the following lines. A question can be formed, what what are the various thinking of communalism or what does it include. So the first point is their fundamental interests are same. The group that has the group that has people from one religion, their fundamental interests are same. Second, any differences that they may have are irrelevant. Means if अगर उनमें कोई भी differences भी है, if they have any differences, they are irrelevant. Next point, third, it also follows that people who follow different religions cannot belong to same social community. Now what do they say? This X and Y, this person from religion X and this person from religion Y cannot be of same community. They have to be of different social communities. Next, if the followers of different religions have some commonalities, these are superficial and immaterial. They do not consider any same similarities between two religious social groups. Next, their interests are bound to be different and involve a conflict. Means the interest of X and interest of Y should be different and they should have a conflict between them. So these were all the points. Now let us move that how communalism can take various forms in politics. How is it practiced? So first is the most common expression of communalism is in everyday beliefs. This routinely involve religious prejudices, like all the religious prejudices, stereotypes that people follow in their day-to-day life, but they are not able to realize that. So they are so common in our lives that we are not even able to realize them. Next, a communal mind often leads to a quest for political dominance of one's own religious community. So what do? The majoritarian, like we studied in the first chapter, one group sets its majority over the other minority community. They try to gain majority and they try to lead the minority community. So in this situation, what happens? We already studied in the Sri Lankan case that the community and minority decide to form a separate state. They want a separate country. Next point, political mobilization on religious lines is another frequent form of communalism. Like using of sacred symbols as the political party symbols, sentimental things about religions, then setting religious leaders as the political head of their group, elected representative, etc. Sometimes communalism takes its most ugly form of communal violence. Now sometimes what happens due to communalism? Communal violence take place, riots take place, massacres take place. So that is the most ugliest form because many people have to give their lives. Next is a point given that many communal rights were seen in our country during the partition of India and Pakistan. Now how can we make two religious groups live nicely, peacefully in a single country? For that we have to form a secular state. We already studied about secular state in our previous classes, but still there are some points given. So first of all, there is no official religion of the country. Like British, they have their own religion like Christianity, Pakistan has Islamism. So India doesn't have any official religion. They treat all religions as equal, and secular state doesn't have its own official religion. Next point, the constitution provides all people to practice, to foster, to promote their religion without hurting the sentiments of other groups, means other religious groups. Next, the constitution prohibits discrimination on the basis of grounds of religion. So constitution prohibits the discrimination on the basis of religion, and it also provides the right to choose your religion. If you want to change your religion, you can definitely change. Next, at the same time, the constitution allows the state to intervene. Yes, constitution even provides the right to state to intervene when the religious groups are having conflict or when they think that a conflict may arise between them in the matter of religion, in order to ensure equality within the country and peace within the country. So if religious groups are fighting, then definitely peace will not be in the country and riots will take place. So this was all about religion. Hope you are clear with this. In our next part, we will be discussing about caste. For that, you can click right over here. Thank you.